morning, y'all. So you've been looking at this number now, 3.2 million. So this is the number of youth between 12 and 17 that had a major depressive episode in 2017. That accounted for 13.3% of the population between that age range. There was major mental disorder for that age range in 2017, and it's a rapidly growing epidemic in the United States right now. However, we at Whole Foods propose supporting wholesome lives to support the Grant Halliburton Foundation. My name is Noah Goldstein.
I'm Patrick Rossborough.
I'm Zach Rivers.
We are going to attack depression.
Right. Thank you, Noah. This young man pictured is Julio Ortiz. He was born in Oak Cliff, Texas. He was actually a victim of bullying and both emotional and physical abuse. Kids actually picked on him and forced him to sell drugs. And he would go home and tell his mom about it, and she was a busy woman, and she couldn't do much about it. She didn't really pay much attention to it. And ultimately, Julio took his own life in 2017. This man pictured is Grant Halliburton. He suffered from depression and bipolar disorder, and he as well took his life in 2006. But 10 years later, in 2016, the Grant Halliburton Foundation was founded in his memory. So, mental health nowadays is it's an increasing issue. That is why we're going to target the depressed youth of Dallas ISD to help impact the lives and spread awareness of mental health issues. So, the National Institute of Mental Health gave us this figure of 13.1%. That is the total population. That is the total amount of people that will become depressed of the total population. So that represents the whole circle in both instances. So over here, you see that 50% of people that will be depressed in their lifetime have their first episode before the age of 18. And that increases to 75% of people that will have depression having the first episode before the age of 25. So basically we are saying that most people will suffer their first episode in their youth. So the Grant Halliburton Foundation has 5 avenues to help the depressed community: education, encouragement, collaboration, conference, and information. So for education, they do offer classes to help spot and stop depression and other mental issues. For encouragement, they have events like the Dad-to-Dad breakfast and coffee days for women to help people get out there and not isolate themselves as much. For collaboration, they do collaborate with organizations like the North Texas Society of Psychiatric Physicians, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and the UTD Center for Brain Health to attack issues with mental health. And they also hold a yearly conference called When Life Hands You Teenagers, and they have new upbringings within the mental health issue or within the mental health community, and they portray that with the community. And lastly, for information, they inform the community about mental health issues with their website. It's easily accessible and they have lots of information with it. So with that, I'm going to pass it to Zach to talk about how we're going to tackle our problem.
So what we're going to do is we're going to partner with the Grant Halliburton Foundation, and what our role in this is going to be hosting a carnival where the aim is to gain as much revenue as possible. And at the end of the carnival, we will then donate all of the revenue to the foundation so that they can increase awareness and continue their counseling service, etc.
All right, and on to the timeline of this event. So beginning in October of 2019, we began contact with the DISD event coordinator. We have begun preparing for a venue as well as marketing efforts towards DISD students families, and the staff themselves. Also during this time, we are going to contact the Grant Halbert Foundation to draft a letter of agreement with them for our donation. Beginning in January of 2020, that's when we will actually reserve the Lincoln High School field for the event. We'll also reserve our carnival attractions, and we will begin our marketing efforts towards the ISD, not only the students, family, and the staff, but also towards Whole Food staff as well, and we will be asking for volunteers for the event. And then on June 22nd, that is when we will have the carnival itself, as well as we will be giving our donation at that time. All right. And now for the carnival itself. It will be hosted at the Lincoln High School field. There will be many carnival attractions, prizes, and food, and also attendees can purchase tickets where all the revenue will go directly to the Grant Halbert Foundation. So, the Lincoln High School field itself, it is a DISD facility. It's located in central Dallas and in the middle of the DISD district itself. It is a facility of DISD, so security will be provided, and we have negotiated a price of $150 for 6-hour reservations, which is really nice. Next will be the actual carnival attractions itself. This will be provided by Balance and More. We have selected attractions that will be fun for all ages. There will be 11 different attractions, but 14 in total. Many of the Balance and More staff will be watching over the large attractions, while volunteers can watch over the small attractions. This is where a majority of our budget will be going at $5,700. And lastly, we'll be talking about the prizes and food. So the prizes will be donated by one of our supporters of this event, American Carnival Mart, valued at $620 in prizes. As for the food, it will be catered and donated by us at Whole Foods. We have selected foods that will be available for all diets, and tickets will be used to purchase these meals, but again, all ticket revenues will be going straight to the Grant Halbert Foundation. And we have valued this at $1,700, again, fully donated. And I'll be passing it back to Zach to tell you about the benefits of this event.
So ultimately, this is for the kids. We hope to decrease the actual potential number for depressed youth. Hopefully we can increase awareness through this event. We can also help get these children treatment, and ultimately we're just investing in the future. So what happens if we don't do anything? With the current trend, the depressed youth will continue to increase. There are more potential suicides that we hope to decrease. And ultimately, the depressed will be younger and younger moving forward. And this not only affects those with depression, but it affects their families and ultimately all of Dallas. So let's take action, and with a small donation of $3,425, we ask that you help us tackle this problem of depressed youth in Dallas. Thank you. Any questions? Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.